Okay. I initially I wasn't gonna make a video about this, but I feel like I need to talk about this for a bit. We need to talk about the whole Jane Foster Thor thing. So, first of all, for anyone who doesn't know, what do I mean when I say the Jane Foster Thor? Okay, so basically what happens is in the comics, Thor loses his ability to wield Mjolnir. All because of it was stupid. I'm not gonna bore you with the details, but it was stupid. Trust me, it was stupid. So basically, what happens is he loses his ability to wield Mjolnir. He can't lift the hammer. He's deemed unworthy, and basically, what ends up happening is someone else picks up the hammer. Now, the way it happened is at first we didn't know who it was. Someone else lifted the hammer. All we knew is that it was a woman. Some random woman picked up the hammer, and now she has the power of Thor. And now, at first, people thought, maybe this was just going to be temporary. Just like what happened with the Beta Ray Bill. We thought it was just going to be temporary, and then Thor was going to get his hammer back. But it didn't. That's not what happened. And we end up finding out that the person who lifted the hammer was Jane Foster. For anyone who doesn't know, Jane Foster used to be just a simple side character in Thor's story. But now she had the name Thor, which didn't even make any fucking sense. Like, how do you become Thor? Like, Thor isn't a title. It's not a mantle. It's the dude's name. It's literally his name. Like it's insane. Like okay, that would be like if someone walked into my house, took my clothes out of my closet, started wearing them, and now he's me. That would be stupid. No, like you're just wearing my clothes. You're just wearing my clothes. Just because you're wearing my clothes doesn't mean you're me now. Because I'm me. It's my identity. Thor is his name. It's his identity. He's Thor Odinson. So the whole passing on the name never even made any fucking sense. Like, okay, if she could lift the hammer and she has the power, okay, fine. But I mean, I can sort of. I mean, I still didn't like it, but I can accept that to a degree. But to say that she's the new Thor, that made no fucking sense. And guess what? Nobody liked it. Well, a few people, but most comic book fans weren't fans of this because we're talking about someone who we've gotten to know for years and years and years as Thor, and now all of a sudden it's just a different person. It's like, who thought this was a good idea? No, you know what? Scratch that. I'll tell you who. Jason Aaron, the guy who was in charge of that run as, of that run of Thor, the Jane Foster Thor. If you want someone to blame, blame Jason Aaron. He's the one. Apparently, this was his idea. I don't know why. It's like did was nobody at Marvel walked up to him and told him like, "Hey, this is a bad idea," or if you're gonna do it, just do it for like 5, 6 issues, and that was it. Just give Thor his hammer back. And I don't know. It was stupid. So okay, now what does this have to do with what's going on here? Okay, so for anyone who hasn't heard, Marvel at Comic Con, of course, they did the Phase 4, they announced their plans for Phase 4, and one of them, they said that they were officially making a new Thor movie. It's the fourth Thor movie. And they said that, first of all, Jane Foster is coming back, which, first of all, shocked people because Natalie Portman once said that, she wasn't going to do any more Marvel movies. So, but now they obviously paid her. I mean, obviously, that has to be the reason. Also, her latest movies haven't really been all that good, which is a shame because she's a great actress. But the movies she's been in haven't really been good, except maybe one or two. But most of them were just bad. So that was surprising. Okay, like maybe they were gonna try the Thor and Jane Foster romance thing. I mean, maybe this time they'll actually do it. They'll actually get it right. But no, Taika Waititi, who who's coming back to direct this movie, who directed Thor Ragnarok. If you love that movie, then You already know who made it, so that might get you excited for Thor 4. But Taika Waititi also confirmed that Jane Foster was going to be the new Thor. Why? Why is she the new Thor? Nobody wants a new Thor. And to me, like, are you are you telling me you're so creatively bankrupt? You're so lazy that you couldn't think of anything to do with Jane Foster other than to just make her the new Thor? Are you telling me that's the only thing you could do to make her interesting? And before anyone says, yeah, I know in the comics, Jane had cancer and she picked up the hammer, she became Thor. And there was this whole thing where every time she transforms into Thor, she basically gets rid of all of the chemotherapy she does to, help purge the cancer from her body. And basically, it was killing her. So I don't know if they're going to do the same thing here. I mean, I don't know, maybe. It sounds like something Natalie Portman might be interested in doing, so who knows? Um, but I don't think they're going to do it. I mean, the way Marvel is going to depict a, a woman in any form of weakness, yeah, they're not going to do that. They don't have the balls. Um, what else? Oh god, and not to mention the title is stupid. I mean, here it is. Here it is. Look at this. Look at this title. Look at this stupid shit. Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, who the fuck came up with this shit? Who came up with this shit? It's just you can't be this lazy. So it's coming in November 2021, and it's just it's stupid. And to me, okay, I need to clear up some things because I know there are going to be these people. For anyone who says that, the reason why we don't want the Jane Foster Thor is because, oh, we're terrified of powerful women, blah, 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 and all that stupid shit. No, what we don't like is when writers are lazy. Is when writers take a character who has already established his identity, and then out of nowhere they give that same identity to someone else. It's like, what the fuck? Then what the fuck was the point of like 10 years of getting invested into this character, and now out of nowhere someone else is this character? What the, like, who you you're telling me nobody at Disney thought this was stupid? No one at Disney called out this absolute, just utter retardation. Disney, what the fuck are you doing? If you want to bring Jane Foster in, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. You want to bring Valkyrie, fine. People loved her. Bring her back. Bring back Chris Hemsworth. Of course, we'll go see this movie. But why bring back? Why do the whole Jane Foster Thor thing? That was stupid. Nobody liked it. That comic barely sold anything. If you don't believe me, go check the numbers. Go check the sales on the Jason Aaron, Jane Foster Thor, or it's called Mighty Thor. Go check. It didn't sell. Barely anyone bought it. And unfortunately, we're gonna have these people who, first of all, who never even knew Jane Foster ever became Thor in the comics. So they're just gonna spend like 6 minutes on Google, and they're instantly gonna act like they know everything. And to me, it's just, this is like the epitome of laziness. That you want, that the only way for you to make this new character interesting is by taking another character who people already love and are invested in. You take their identity and you give it to this new character and you give it to this other character whom you're trying to develop and make interesting. And instead of just focusing on that character, giving them their own identity, their own characteristics, their own story, their own backstory, making them relatable to the point where people would instantly buy a new comic that includes them with them as the lead. Instead of doing that, you thought, let me just take this other character's identity, all their powers, and just give it to this person. Like that, you. The only thing that's worse is when they do that whole multiverse thing. Like, oh, how do we explain how this character came back? Oh, well, he's just from another different universe. Here she is from another different universe. Oh, there we go. This character's back. It's just, it's bad. And again, that just to clarify, the reason why we're angry isn't because she's a woman. I just want to get that out of the way. It's not because she's a woman. It's because they're being lazy. It's because this just tells people that they're creatively, that they're so possibly after Endgame that they're creatively bankrupt, that they don't know what to do anymore. And they're bringing in characters who I can only assume they're bringing in is because you have certain people, you know who I'm talking about, on the internet pressuring them saying, "Oh, we want this or we want that." And if they try to explain, well, they're not involved in the story we're trying to tell. No, 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 doesn't matter, doesn't matter. We want this, we want this. And eventually they just cave. They cave in. They bend the knee. They went full Jon Snow. They bent the knee. And people wonder why people didn't like Daenerys in that final season. God, she was a bitch. And Jon Snow was worse. She's my queen. Ugh. Grow up here. It's just so I just I wanted to make this video because I wanted to clarify this. Okay? Just if you're wondering why people are angry about this, just to clarify, it's not because of what you think it is. It's not because of the reason you might think. No, it's not because it's Jane Foster. People don't have a problem with Jane Foster. Lots of people like Jane Foster. I like Jane Foster. I don't have a problem with Jane Foster herself. I have a problem when the writers think that the only way they can make this character interesting is by taking another character's identity, their powers, what makes them them, and just automatically giving it to her because I don't know, someone at Marvel thought it would be cool. It's just it's not cool. It's lazy, and I don't understand why Marvel is doing this. I don't understand why they're doing this. Like, are you telling me that you couldn't think of anything else? Also, I don't understand why you'd bring back someone who clearly stated they're not interested in doing any more Marvel movies. Like, why don't you? Also, if you want to do the whole, introduce powerful women thing, there are plenty of characters in Marvel for you to bring. Or if you want, why don't you just give Scarlet Witch her own movie? People love her. Give her her own movie. Don't give her her own TV series. Give her her own movie. Even though the TV series sounds interesting, maybe I'll watch it. But we should have had. She should have had her own movie by now. I mean, they're finally giving Black Widow her own movie. I just, you know, Marvel, come on. I mean, I don't even work for you, and I'm already giving you good ideas. Well, sort of good ideas. And it's just, I don't know. I mean, if this is where, and oh God, I didn't even get into Valkyrie. Oh, when I heard about what they're going to do with Valkyrie, I face palmed so hard. I nearly injured my eye. I so Valkyrie, if you watched Endgame, at the end. Sorry, spoilers. Um, Thor says she's the new like king of Asgard, or I guess queen of Asgard. And what happens is, apparently in this new Thor movie, Valkyrie is trying to find her new queen. This is where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we're at with the MCU. It's not even about good stories anymore. It's not about just it's not about exploring these characters, what makes them interesting, who they are, and why we love them. It's just about who they sleep with. That's the world we're living in, where entertainment is just about where in entertainment a character is only interesting if they sleep with a certain someone. If it's a guy with a guy or a girl with a girl or either a guy or girl who swing both ways, or a guy who is a girl or a girl who is a guy, which is just, that on its own isn't. I don't have anything against that, but that's not the only thing that makes a character interesting. And if you think that, then I'm sorry, but you don't know what a good character is. If the only thing you think is interesting, it's the most interesting about a character is either their skin color or their sexual orientation, then I'm sorry, but you just don't know what a good character is. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. But anyway, that's all I have to say about this. I thought I'd talk about this. Just thought I'd clear up some misconceptions. We're not mad that she's a woman. We're mad that they're being lazy, and they couldn't find anything interesting to do with her or Valkyrie. I mean, I actually liked Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok. I thought she had an interesting backstory. I thought maybe they were going to explore some of that, or maybe we're going to see her trying to deal with the pressure of actually ruling a kingdom. But apparently, no, no. Now it's about who this one will sleep with, and why do I get the feeling it's this person? I get the feeling by the end we're going to see these two in bed, and that's going to be, and eventually Pornhub will have its own section of just these two in bed. Because why not? Because apparently that's the most important thing right now. That's what Marvel's worried about. Uh, but you know what? That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching up until this point. I'm sorry this video was long. I had to get this out. I had to say this. Thank you for watching. I hope you like this video. Please hit that like button. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. Um, and share this video with anyone who you think might be interested in what's going on. Um, pl- Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. Oh, before I go, um, just thought I'd let you know, if you want to see this channel grow, um, please click the link to my Patreon, and it, and you can go donate. You can donate to my Patreon. It'll really help. It can hopefully make this channel so much better, um, and it'll mean so much to me that you guys are supporting me, and that you actually want to see this channel grow. And by the way, please leave your comments in the comment section below. I really want to hear what your guys' thoughts on this. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Are you excited for this movie? Are you not excited for this movie? Um, Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.